In the last module for lesson Plant Kingdom, we are going to discuss about the various plant life cycle and alternation of generation. In plants, both haploid and diploid cell can divide by mitosis. This ability leads to the formation of different plant body, haploid and diploid. The haploid plant body produce gametes by mitosis, and that stage is called gametophyte. Following fertilization, the zygote also divides by mitosis to produce a diploid sporophytic plant body. Haploid spores are produced by these plants body by meiosis. These in turn divide by mitosis to form a haploid plant body once again. Thus, during the life cycle of any sexually reproducing plant, there is an alternation of generation between gamete produced haploid gametophyte and spore producing diploid sporophytes. However, different plant groups as well as individuals representing them differ in the following pattern. So one by one we are going to discuss about haplontic, diplontic and haplodiplontic life cycle. This is simply if we consider the lifespan of a plant is 1 year, then in the duration of 12 months, in which particular stage, whether in gametophyte or in sporophyte, the plant maximum past their life, that specific life is considered as their haplontic, diplontic or haplodiplontic life cycle in them. First we are going to discuss about haplontic life cycle. Sporophytic generation is represented only by the one-celled zygote. There are no free living sporophytes. Meiosis in the zygotes result in the formation of haploid spores. The haploid spores divide mitotically and form the gametophyte. The dominant photosynthetic phase in such plants is free living gametophyte. This kind of life cycle is termed as haplontic. It means maximum times in these plants they remains in gametophytic stage. For example, if 12 months is the duration of their life, then approximate 9 months they are going to pass in their gametophytic stage and 3 months they are going to pass in their sporophytic stage. That's why this gametophytic stage or haploid state that remains dominant in these plants. So the life cycle that is considered is haplontic life cycle. For example, Volvox, Spirogyra and some species of Clydomonas, they represent this type of life cycle. Now second, diplontic life cycle. On the other extreme is the type wherein the sporophytic is the dominant photosynthetic independent phase of the plant. The gametophytic phase is represented by the single to few celled haplontic gametophyte. This kind of life cycle is termed as diplontic. All seed bearing plants, that is gymnosperms and angiosperms, follow this pattern. Means maximum time the plant pass its life in sporophytic stage, only for few time they show the gametophytic life. Third, haplodiplontic life cycle. Bryophyte and pteridophytes interestingly exhibits an intermediate condition. Haplodiplontic, both phases are multicellular and often free living. However, they differ in their dominant phases. A dominant independent photosynthetic thalloid or erect phase is represented by a haploid gametophyte, and it alternates with the short-lived multicellular sporophytic, totally or partially dependent on the gametophyte for its anchorage and nutrition. All bryophytes, they are going to represent this type of pattern in them. The diploid sporophyte is represented by a dominant independent photosynthetic vascular plant body. It alternates with multicellular sporophytic autotrophic independent but short-lived haploid gametophyte. Such a pattern is known as haplodiplontic life cycle. All pteridophytes, they are going to exhibit this type of pattern. Interestingly, while most algal genera are haplontic, some of them such as Ectocarpus, Polysiphonia, Kelps are haplodiplontic. Fucus and Alga is diplontic in their life.